Hello and welcome to Legal Basics with Sarah Law Global, and my name is Sian. We are still on the employment law series, and today we are going to discuss the concept of probation. So probation is a lot like dating. Think about it. The employment contract is the marriage, and then probation is when parties say, you qualify, you could be the one. But now, since we have not really test ridden it, let's see whether we're good for each other. So in a probation, you get the employee gets to do work for the employer at the same place they would work with the employer, but the relationship is not tight yet. It's just like a marriage and dating. At the dating stage, you say, you qualify. You're as pretty as the woman I've been thinking should be the mother of my children. Since I'm not sure, can we just do this for a while, and then we see whether we're going to go and pay some cows to your father. So same way. So now in a probation situation, the employment contract, when it provides for probation, it can only provide for 6 months and another term of 6 months. So as per the Employment Act of Kenya, probation cannot be more than 6 months at a time. And even when there's been an extension, it can only be for a further maximum of 6 months. So a person cannot be on probation forever. It is assumed that by this time, the employer will have decided, depending with how this person works and how they perform, this is the one I want to be with. And this employee will have seen, okay, depending with how much they pay me, and these computers of theirs that break down all the time, and these clients that are always screaming at me, I am ready to do this. So that is why within that amount of time, then the employment contract should solidify. Now, when a person is on probation, just like dating, if they decide this is not working for them, the processes are a little bit softer than an actual employment contract. So just like in dating, if after 3 months, 6 months, you think this Jama, he's not the one for me, the way he smells like this, it's the same way for probation. So you can, in a dating scene, you can meet a person over coffee and say, that's it. Yeah. You can send a text and say, it's not working for me. So the same way for probation, if a person is paid monthly, and classically in that employment relationship, they would need a month's notice. If the person is on probation, the notice period would be much, much less, because then the employment relationship is not as tight. So as per the law, if the employer or the employee want to terminate the services during the period of probation, then all they need to do is give a 1 week notice, either the employer to the employee or the employee to the employer, and that's it. After they've given the notice and the employee has been paid what they have earned so far, then the employment relationship can be severed. We've come to the end of our broadcast. I would like to introduce the Chigiti Advocates Mentorship Program that is meant for young advocates or advocates who feel like they need some guidance or some confidence in the way they research, in the way they do their trial advocacy, in the way they manage their finances. The program will be running from the first week of April indefinitely. If you would like to join that program, write to Chigiti at chigiti.co.ke. That's Chigiti at chigiti.co.ke. You can make your inquiries and you can sign up for the program. We would also like to thank Chigiti and Chigiti Advocates for the great support they've accorded us in shooting this series and previous series. And we would also like to thank the camera crew, that's Mushiri Frames. The address will be displayed on the screen. Take care of yourselves. If you want to ask any questions regarding this broadcast, please write to us at info@cyroglobal.com. That's info@cyroglobal.com. You can also write to us through our old email address, which is cyrolawglobal@gmail.com. Be good. Bye-bye.